Watch on. You good? Are you good?
What you just saw was a reenactment of a very possible street assault scenario. The techniques that we use to defend off the attackers come directly out of our system, Sanuces Jiu-Jitsu, a system founded by Dr. Moses Powell specifically for self-defense and to get home safe. So we're going to jump right in. From a broader perspective, Jiu-Jitsu systems as a whole should and do include techniques that are very similar in nature and similar in shape, including throws, locks, takedowns, etc. Sanuces rule, however, we differ where we emphasize tactical fluidity, meaning moving with the contours of the body for increased efficiency, and preparing for multiple attackers. From this technique, the first thing we're going to do is clear the arm with the elbow. We're slightly shifting our weight backwards and driving our elbow into the sternum. Therefore, predictive movement, bringing his head forward. We're striking the groin to continue the forward movement. So let's just slow that down. Again, an unwarranted attack, over, dropping the body weight down, driving backwards, and striking the groin. In the video, you saw this followed up by a kick, which is easy to gain because his whole center of gravity has now been lowered. Now that we've created space between the victim and the attacker, me grabbing the door was an example of applying situational awareness. The assault demonstrated several principles of our training. Being aware of your surroundings, the necessity of intensity to mimic the reality of the threat, and removing the presumption that everything that you do is going to work. One of the things you noticed in the video is that I was on my cell phone in a parking lot at night, not paying attention to my surroundings, which is part of what led up to the whole confrontation. When he came from behind, the first thing that you noticed was a strike to a disabling area of the body. Again, we're going to the sternum. Now, space is important, yes, but we have to influence the body in order for us to go into our next set of mechanics, which is going to become innate after training over and over and over again. So here, we're striking the sternum before he has a chance to solidify the lock. Other options here include groin and foot, and we went straight back for the eye gouge. From the eye gouge, we created the looseness in the wrist, where we flare the shoulder, lock the wrist, step back, tuck the chin, and bring the arm behind the back. Here, you saw the presumption that this was going to be effective. Therefore, he was able to counter by striking his own elbow and delivering a strike over it. Holding the wrist close, ducking under the limb, pressure, and a successful outcome, breaking the balance. In this system of jiu-jitsu, we emphasize close quarter self-defense techniques. In the video, what you saw demonstrated was a situation where my hands were up, he had my balance broken, however, he hadn't taken my weapons away. So therefore, the first thing I did was break his balance, influence the equilibrium by clapping the ears. So clapping the ears, followed by a series of elbow attacks, across, up, and damaging the throat. Damaging the throat creates the looseness in the wrist. Again, ears, elbow, elbow, wedge hand, and now I'm going for the wrist. Broke the wrist, moving into the fingers, and breaking the pressure of the elbow. At this point in the reenactment, we again touched on the principle of the danger that presuming that everything you're going to do is going to be effective. So therefore, what we demonstrated was a finger lock where he followed up by a counter strike. At this point, it was no longer practical or likely for me to hold on to the fingers, so what you saw was I disengaged and employed a strike that comes directly out of our system, known as the concussion strike. I broke the line of attack, followed by a back fist to the jawline, and a palm heel to the temple, followed by the natural flow of a shuto or ridge hand strike to the base of the neck. It's important for us to realize that the reality is no two self-defense situations are the same. And whenever there's a weapon involved, it could become very quickly a life or death situation, and it becomes a very personal choice. He uses a front thrust or front snap kick to break his balance, lower his center of gravity, and close the distance. So here, I proceeded to follow, breaking the arm here, ensued by a technique where we simply clear under, control the arm, and break his balance backwards. We'll show that one more time. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoy sharing what we love to do. My name is Shion Khalil, student of Professor World King, student of Dr. Moses Powell. Mushin Combat. Hope to see you again soon.
I'm Blaine, Faded Vision CEO, out here at Mushin Combat School of Survival. I was in a situation where I had a would-be robber shoot me 3 times in the hand. I could have laid down and he might would have shot me more times, or I could have reflect back into what I was told by Khalil. So, you know, I grabbed the gun, basically, got the gun from off of him, applied one of the chokeholds Khalil told me, and I had him into the police camp. This is real. I really got hit 3 times, and thanks to Khalil, I'm still alive, I'm still here. You never know, but you want to be prepared.